Hey everyone, so it's that time of year again to hit the books and get back into school, so I thought it would be fun to do a makeup tutorial for maybe your first day of school or your first week of school. So a back to school makeup tutorial. And towards the end of the video, I'm going to be showing you 4 different lip options for this look. So if you're ready, let's get started. To start off, I wanted to use a foundation that I knew was going to last me throughout the day, because one of the things I don't want to worry about is if I need to touch up my foundation during a school day, because school is, after all, for education. So anyway, the foundation that I chose is the Revlon Colorstay Liquid Foundation, and if you don't know by now, I absolutely love this formula, as well as the Whipped Foundation, and this is supposed to last up to 16 hours, so that's why I'm going to be using this foundation today. So I'm just going to take a little bit of this product on the back of my hand, and to apply it I'm actually going to be using my fingers just to evenly distribute it across my face. I chose this foundation because it's not only easy to apply, but it's also supposed to last up to 16 hours, so that way you don't have to worry about touching up your foundation while you're at school, because after all, education is the most important part of school. So once you have that evenly distributed, I'm going to go ahead and move on to the concealer. I do have some blemishes that I need to conceal, so I'm going to be using my HD Photogenic Concealer, and this is in Light. And I'm just going to apply this to any blemishes that I have, as well as my little red areas. And again, I'm just going to be using the same fingers that I applied my foundation with to blend this into my skin. And as much as I like blending in my foundation and concealer with my fingers, because I do feel like you get a lot of control, I am going to go back with one of my favorite Real Techniques brushes. This is the buffing brush, and I'm just going to make sure that everything is still blended in nicely. It doesn't take too long to go the extra step just to make sure that your foundation and concealer is blended in, so that way you don't have to worry about it while you're at school. Now, when I was in high school, I actually never filled in my eyebrows. It was actually a step that I didn't start learning until a couple of years ago, so I do feel that now it's actually really important and really easy to actually help frame your face. So I'm just going to quickly brush through my brow, kind of promote where I want my hairs to go. And then I'm going to be using this Ulta Ultimate Brows Shade and Shader Pencil in Brunette. So I'm just going to take the shader side, which is like that clear waxy stick. So again, to kind of help promote where I want my hairs to stay. And then I'm going to take the brunette side, and I'm just going to quickly shape my brows. So I'm just going to do light strokes, and this isn't really to shape my brows, it's more to kind of fill in those sparse areas. Normally I use my Coastal Scents Brow Tones palette, but I feel that you're getting up early enough, so you don't really need to spend too much time on your brows. I think really just quickly combing through them helps definitely define them a little bit more than just skipping the step altogether. And I'm just using my finger to just blend in the pencil with my brows, just so it doesn't look too harsh or too unnatural. Because again, I'm just trying to help fill them in a little bit. I really do think that taking that extra step or a couple extra minutes of your time to fill in your brows really does make a difference. The eyeshadow palette that I'm going to be using today is this nude one from Physicians Formula. It has 9 shadows ranging from light to dark shades. So the first shade that I'm going to be using is this pink toned shade. It's a very light, these are all shimmery colors. And to apply it, I am going to be using my Real Techniques shading brush. So I'm just going to pick up some of this color onto the brush and be applying this to the lid. And since I applied my foundation over my lids, I'm not going to be applying a base, but you can feel free, and if you want to take that extra step to add the base, feel free to do so. So this pink shimmery shade is not going to add too much color, it's just going to add a little bit of shimmer there. And I want to add just a little bit of depth through the crease, so I'm going to take this kind of taupey brown right here, and I'm going to be using my 217 brush or any fluffy brush that you have, and I'm just going to take a very small amount of the product and just sweep it back and forth through the crease. So this is just going to add a subtle hint of color. So I don't want it to be too drastic, it is school. So I'm just going to take any product that's remaining on the brush and quickly wipe it off, and then I'm just going to blend out the shadows quickly. I'm then going to add a little bit of shimmer to the highlight areas, so I'm going to be using the lightest color of the palette. And again, with the same fluffy brush, I'm just going to apply a little bit underneath the brow, and as well as a little bit in the tear duct area. And then again, quickly taking the brush, I am just going to clean off any excess product and quickly blend where the shadows meet. These shimmery shadows are really forgiving, so I feel that they're really easy to be able to blend together. I'm going to be taking this gold color from the palette right here with an e.l.f. small angled brush. So I'm just going to apply some of this product, and I'm going to be lining the upper lash line as well as the lower lash line. So this is just going to add a little extra shimmer without being too dramatic. And for the last eyeshadow in the same palette, I'm going to be using this color that is in between the pink and the gold that we used already with the 217 brush. And I'm just going to pick up a little bit of this product. And I'm just going to be adding this right in the outer corner, just again to add a little bit more shape and depth. And just a little bit does make a difference. I'm going to be smudging this along the upper lash line as close to the lashes as I can, and this doesn't have to be precise, just doing small strokes. And I'm going to take it all the way in towards the inner corner of the eye. I'm just going to take my pinky finger and lightly smudge where I applied the eyeliner. And then using the same kohl eyeliner, I'm going to be using this to apply to my lower lash line, just on the outer corner, the very outer corner here. And again, using my pinky finger, I'm just going to lightly smudge that in. I'm going to quickly curl my eyelashes using my Shu Uemura eyelash curler. And for the mascara, I'm going to be using this Maybelline Mega Plush Volume Express in Blackest Black. And I'm just going to apply this to my upper and lower lashes. I'm going to be applying some concealer under the eyes, and I'm going to be using this Maybelline Dream Me Touch because it's going to help conceal any dark circles, or maybe you have some puffiness from waking up early. So I'm just going to do a couple of dots of this under the eye. And then using my finger, I'm just going to evenly distribute this and blend it out. I'm then going to quickly set my concealer and my foundation. So using my Real Techniques powder brush, I'm going to be using my Rimmel Stay Matte Transparent Pressed Powder. And again, this is just going to help mattify the skin as well as set the foundation for the day. So I'm just going to apply a small amount, kind of press it where I just applied the concealer under the eyes. And sweep it outwards. So today I'm not going to be applying any bronzer or highlighter to my face. I mean, that's an extra step. If you have time and you feel like it, then go for it. But usually me, like I said, I prefer sleep over all the extra steps. So I am going to definitely be using blush. And the blush that I'm going to be using today is this, my Rimmel London Lasting Finish, the one I've kind of been obsessed about with recently, and this is in Santa Rose. This is a really pretty natural color. So I'm going to apply this with another Real Techniques brush. This is the blush brush. And I'm just going to sweep some onto the apples of my cheeks. So sometimes it does help if you kind of just put a little smile. And it's the first day of school maybe, so try and be positive, a nice big smile in the mirror. Just apply your blush. So since this is a pretty neutral look, I mean the eyes are neutral, the cheeks are pretty neutral, I did think that there are tons of different options that you can go with for the lips. So the first option that I'm going to give is, I'm first going to start off with a lipstick. This is the Maybelline Born With It. And I'm just going to apply this directly to the lips from the tube. So the first option, of course, you can just leave it as your lipstick, throw your lipstick in your bag and just apply it throughout the day if you like, or you can add some gloss on top. Personally, in high school, I always wore lip gloss, so I'm going to be using another one of my favorite ones. This is the Revlon Color Burst in Bellini, and I'm just going to apply this directly to the middle of my lips on top of that Maybelline Born With It. So this is the second lip option, again with the Maybelline Born With It and the Bellini on top. The third option is to start off with the Maybelline Born With It and apply a different lip gloss on top. This time I'm going to be using the Revlon Super Lustrous in Pink Pursuit. Again, another recent favorite of mine, and I'm just going to apply this right on top. So again, this is the third option with the Maybelline Born With It and the Revlon in Pink Pursuit on top. So for the fourth option, I started off again with the same Maybelline lipstick, and on top I'm going to be using my Coastal Scents Max in Love Kitten. And again, I'm just going to apply this right over that lipstick. So this is the fourth lip option. Again, I used the same exact lipstick, the Maybelline Born With It and the Coastal Scents Lip Smack in Love Kitten. So it's really easy when you're using a neutral eye and a neutral cheek to try different types of lipsticks or lip products to see what kind of suits your mood for your first day of school or maybe your first week of school. This is the finished look. I hope that you found this tutorial useful. Please don't forget to check the drop box down below. Of course, I'll have all the links to like my Twitter and Tumblr and stuff, as well as a link to my blog where you can find all the details of the products that I used in this tutorial and all the different lip options that I showed you. Please also don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. And I just want to do a little side note. If this is your first day back into high school, or maybe your first day of high school or college, I really genuinely hope that you have a wonderful year. Please make this year a good one, and don't be too stressed out. It is supposed to be fun, and of course, you're supposed to be there to learn. So again, I hope that you have a wonderful beginning to your new year. Thanks once again for watching, and until next time, I hope you have a beautiful day. Bye.